hello there, Sunshine for the Soul Tribe. Thank you so much for joining us today at Blue Ridge Tarot up in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. It's an overcast day today. Looks like we have some rain coming. What better time than to pull some cards and see if we can't lighten our spirits and get some information on, just what we could be doing differently or some encouragement from God, the universe, spirit, whichever way you look at it. Everybody's beliefs are welcome here. So I pulled a card from the Starseed Oracle and I got Weight of the World. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders, to put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, prayer, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. The Starseed inquiry question for the day is, what are you carrying that isn't even yours? So I'd like to just add to this that I have recently been struggling with this myself about energetically being drained by certain people, relationships, or things in my life that constantly draw on my energy and that are leaving me depleted. It's been very difficult over the last 2 years going through the ascension process and losing so many friends that I just didn't resonate with anymore. Friends of 35 years, 36 years, best friend, childhood friends, they're all gone. They seem to not be on the same timeline. They were friends that took more of a different path, but a darker path of whether it was getting into politics, whether it was negativity, making fun of people, racism. As I ascended and as my awakening progressed, more and more I did not align with these people, acknowledging that those were things that weren't part of my world anymore. And it still goes on today. There has been, even recently, struggles with family members and close friends with this expectation that I was required or obligated to kind of be at their beck and call, 24 hours a day, any problem they had, any emotion they wanted to display. I was kind of being a sounding board or a place for them to energetically throw at me. Which brings me to a fine line between helping others and mentoring and teaching others when they ask about certain things versus someone who is just absolutely bombarding and blasting into your life with no respect for your process, your moods, your health, or what you have going on that day. I've learned to be very deliberate with where I put my attention. Lately, it has been on myself, doing my healing, trying to be the best version of myself that I can, which does include relaying what I've learned to other people, but not at the expense of them energetically bringing me down and dragging me into a lower energy. So I want to encourage you today just to be aware of things in your life that are dragging your energy down. If you turn on the news and it puts you in a fearful state, that's low energy. That's not where you want to be. If you have a conversation with a friend or a person and they do nothing but blast other individuals or talk about how this person is sick and this person has cancer and this person, and they sit in that fog and that low energy of negativism, that's not the place we want to be. You can be supportive and acknowledge and listen, but when it feels uncomfortable to you and the conversation is just in a complete dark place, then you owe it to yourself, your self-love, to remove yourself out of that situation, or specifically to decipher how much time or energy you're going to lend to that situation. In my personal life, if I see a person asking questions and going through personal growth and learning and digging in and applying those lessons to their life, and you can see that in their life because it'll change. They'll start getting abundance and blessings and happiness and joy. But if that relationship shows on the outward that they are in a victimization mode, if they are constantly complaining, if they're constantly in an emotional state, if they're constantly in a low energy state, well, that's something that you have to be very discerning about how much time you give to. It doesn't mean that you love the person any less. It doesn't mean that you don't want to be there for the person. But you have every right to protect your energy and keep your vibration high. It's difficult to do that, but what I'm learning as time goes on is that loving yourself means that you love yourself enough to stay high vibing. And with that said, today, I hope you guys all have a very incredible day. I hope that it is filled with light and love and wonderful blessings that keep just falling at your doorstep. Thank you for joining me today with Blue Ridge Tarot. I'll see you soon.